Oh, bother.
Hello my friends and welcome back to the channel. I'm Yin Yang and today we are jumping back into Total War Warhammer 3 after a little bit of a hiatus. And the reason for that is going to be unfortunately a technical one. So here's what happened. I was about 8 episodes into the last Karl Franz campaign and the game updated and I said, okay, cool. So I stopped production. I went ahead and deleted the unseen videos off of YouTube and I just waited and I bided my time and I started a new campaign, and then something big happened with an update and once again it was gone. So here we are doing something a little bit different. However, there is a flip side to this. During my extended period of woes, trying to get this campaign back up off the ground, I decided that I would like to jump into a brand new experience with a familiar character. So we are going to be staying with Karl Franz. However, we're going to be doing so in the old world. So if that sounds exciting to you like it does to me, then I hope you'll stick around, because the old world is fantastic. You can really expand not just the size of the map, but the availability of the characters on hand. If I want to dive in to some more of the lesser known characters, I have a lot more room to do that. The Empire is the size of an entire continent in the standard campaign, and so with an Empire focus, I thought this would be a great opportunity to really jump in and explore the lore, explore a much broader story, and maybe not even have to go beyond the Empire, although I'm sure that we will. That being said, I am extremely pumped to be getting into this. Before we do, however, I'm going to just make sure that all of my settings are correct, specifically the settings for Recruit Defeated Legendary Lords. If you haven't played that one yet, then or if you haven't played with that yet and you happen to be a Pokemon collector like myself, then I highly suggest that you go ahead and grab that one. It is one of my favorite mods of all time. And with that being said, let's go ahead and jump on in with the Empire.
Now is the time, men of the Empire, to unite!
All right, and here we are in the old world. Now, let's click through these real quick. There we go. As we begin this campaign, I do want to show you guys some things that are a little bit different. If you have seen the old world before, I'm sure some of you, if not all of you, have experienced this great map. But there are some things that are new, more or less. So, for one thing, the city of Altdorf is now in 3 sections. Section 1 is going to be the South Bank, and that is what is under our direct control at this moment. And then there is also going to be City North and East End. Now, these are both minor settlements on the map, but it is it's very interesting to have these. It almost makes it like the Rome 2 campaign, Rise of the Republic. If you remember that campaign at all, I'm sure that you remember that when you attack Rome, you have to fight the Battle of Rome twice to really take the city. So, again, I think it's pretty cool. It's very similar to that. If you come in from the north, you're going to have to, or if you come in from the east, you're going to have to fight your way to the South Bank. If you come in from the north, you're going to have to fight your way to the South Bank. And if you come in from the south, God forbid, or Sigmar forbid in this instance, the people of Altdorf have the ability to fall back to City North and to East End. So just something to keep in mind. very interesting, very cool. And it's not the only city like this. In fact, Marienburg is also like that, where you can move from one to the other. There's Elftown up in the north. There's Palisbutt on the east. I'm not going to continue to slaughter these names, but you see, you can definitely see that it's its own thing. And Elftown is actually a single province, right? It maintains itself. Moving down south, we also have the city of Nuln, which is also a full province in and of itself, a 3 settlement city. So there is and good lord, they're infested. They're infested with the undead. So that's something that we'll have to keep a eye out for. Now, looking at Reikland itself, we do have, well, a big province. We have not just Altdorf, but the Reikland Forest, Vorbergland, and Upper Teufel. Those are all going to be part of Reikland itself, and that's before we consider Helmgard. And we'll talk a little bit more about that as we come back down. We're also going to have to our north the city of Karaberg, which is in control of the Drakewald province, or part of the Drakewald province. Some of it is infested with greenskins. We've got a very strong looking Midland, a somewhat strong looking Nordland, Hockland, which isn't very big, but has, I want to say 4 settlements? Yeah, 4 settlements, as opposed to the 2 that it has on the original map. And the Brass Keep is all the way up here, meaning that Festus isn't going to wander down as quickly. Up in the north, we have the Forest of Shadows, which is going to be under the control of, Zacharias the Ever-Living. And we've got the Northern Marches, where the Doom Legion is going to be causing some trouble as well. Ostlund is looking very strong, and so is Ostermark, although this can be deceiving. Ostermark is at war with the Wargrove of Woe, and has another enemy in the Veld on their eastern border, and I do believe that those are Ostermark provinces, so they are going to end up at war in the near future. To our south, we've got Stirland, which is half taken, which has halfway been taken by these vampires, the vampires of Tempelhof, which they are at war with. Fortunately, Sylvania has not invaded just yet. They're having to deal with a greenskin menace of their own, but something to keep an eye out on. Because we're playing with the Sylvania mod, we also have the Grand County of Sylvania. They're going to be trying to take Sylvania for the Empire itself. Hopefully that'll work itself out. If not, maybe we can jump in and help them. And finally, we've got Averland and Solland trying to maintain themselves. Averland has been taken down a peg or 2 by some invading Tomb Kings. It looks like they've reached some kind of ceasefire. And then Solland is actually not going to be loyal to the Empire at the beginning of the game. We're going to have to work through that as well. Now, I know that that is a lot of talking, so let's actually get to some action. The first thing that we're going to do is upgrade into the Empire House. The Empire House is a special recruitment building just for Altdorf, and that is going to come to us from Sigmar's heirs. So Altdorf has its own special recruitment, and then the Electoral Province recruitment. And then finally, if you want to stick with a more vanilla feel, you have the vanilla buildings down here. So the first thing, like I said, we're going to do is invest in that. And then we're going to invest in the Clean Water Company, which is just a more specific title for the industry, for the money making in Altdorf itself. And something else that we're going to want to do is invest in getting some stables. Now, let me make sure that I'm going to the right stables. There we go. We're going to invest into getting those stables. That way we can get some more knights, because we're definitely going to need knights. We need that as an advantage.
How should we proceed?
As you can see, Ludwig has joined Karl Franz, and we're going to be getting into, well, we're going to be we're going to begin a siege here soon. Unfortunately, there is no starter battle, so unlike most campaigns, we're not going to have that to really kick things off. Now, what we could do is go ahead and siege the city of Tahme. That is going to be where the that's going to be the capital of the Empire Secessionists for now, but we're not going to attack it just yet. Actually, I take that back. We are going to attack it. And we're just going to besiege it for now. While we're doing that, we're going to recruit another general who is going to handle some of our actual recruitment. So let's look and see here. Strategist and determined. We could do better than that. Let's see, maybe a Grandmaster. Now, Grandmasters are going to be brought to us from Greytor's Grandmasters. There are 2 of those mods. One of them is going to give you the specific Grandmasters, and then this one will just give you some general Grandmasters. Now, I have both of those installed, so hopefully we'll see some of those unique characters as we continue. Here we go. So, this one is a drill sergeant. His name is Theodric Gnarlhelm, and we'll go ahead and recruit him. But instead of having him be this character, let's see what else we can do with him. And this is going to be the variant selector mod. Very, very cool. I like all of these guys. But what we're going to do is take a look at some of the names of some generals that we could have this character be. So, I guess we'll stick with this model. That's fine. And let's name him Autocross. Now, Autocross is a general of the Empire. I know this is technically a Grandmaster, but I think it's just as cool. I believe Autocross, and I might be incorrect about this one, and I'll have to double check that. But Autocross was a general out of Reikland who tried to hold the city of Reikland or Talabheim as it was falling during the end times. So pretty cool. Mostly, I really just like his name. All right, and there we go. We've got Autocross. And we really just got him for that extra recruitment slot. So let's get some more swordsmen. And I do believe that is really going to be all that we've got for this turn. We could, like I said, build the Reich Steel and Iron Foundry, but we'd have to sacrifice some of that recruitment. Not something I'm really willing to do at this juncture. Get those grain silos going. And I'll see you in the next turn. Okay, and here we are again. And it turns out that I was actually incorrect about Autocross. Autocross was not the one who defended Reikland. Yes. Instead, he was from Reikland, I believe, and all it really says about him is that he's a dickhead. So, you know, whatever. That's fun. We'll make sure that he plays out like a dick. There we go.
Fights for our nation.
Now, as you can see, Reinhard von Mackensen has moved within range. He could end up assisting the city of Tahme, so we're going to go ahead and attack the city. There we go. And it does look like we're going to have a close victory, so let's go ahead and get into it. After so much careful politicking, fighting to become the emperor of, well, the empire, Karl Franz could not have foreseen that his own province of Reikland would be the first to question his authority. And so with regret, he and his soldiers, all that he could muster at the time, have been forced to march on their own city, Reiklanders killing Reiklanders. This is something that cannot stand. And knowing that his men are not going to be okay with the actions that they have to take this day, the Emperor himself has decided to take to the field alongside of them. The plan is simple. Knock on the front gate, and when those doors open, charge in. And we turned that close victory into a decisive victory, securing another fortified settlement in the heart of Reikland, and weakening our secessionists as we did it. All right, and of course it's Reikland. We're just going to occupy it. It's our territory, or at least it should be, right?
To the provinces. On march!
I'm gonna force march him.
We march!
We're gonna go ahead and combine that.
Move!
And then in the next turn, we'll be able to get recruitment going for autocross out of South Bank, as well as for hopefully Karl Franz. Yeah, we'll be able to accomplish just that. So while we're here, let's go ahead and build a training field. We're also going to build another, well, weaving house in this instance, but you know, it's the same building. And get some more money rolling in. We need to make Reikland an economic powerhouse as quickly as possible. While the empire is more secure as a whole, because the electors have, well, a lot more room to take losses and make a comeback, we also have a lot more ground to cover, right? So just something to keep in mind. Last time I tried to unite Reikland, it took me upwards it took me like 15-16 turns, I believe, just to really get Reikland under my belt. So like I said, we've got a lot of work to do. Actually, yeah, let's go ahead and do inspiring presence for him. And then we're going to do Blade Master for Ludwig. Now, keep in mind that Otto is a dickhead, so we'll probably make him all about him. Now, let's see. What else can we do? I believe that's actually going to be it. Oh, no, we could build. We could build. So, let's... I'd really like to be able to build a gunsmith. But we do not have the finances to do so. So what we're going to do instead is we're going to invest in a shooting range. In fact, let's just leave South Bank how it is for now, because we need that money for recruiting. So we'll just hold off on that, and then I'll see you in the next turn. All right, we got those grain silos researched, so let's move on to state troop standards. So that's going to get us extra recruit rank. That's going to get us extra leadership and extra speed. I believe something else as well, but I'll have to double check with that. And then let's see if there's anything that we can get done on the diplomatic front. Yes, there is. We can talk to Paragon.
Before the rightful lords of this land. If you insist.
Fantastic. Let's see what else. Doesn't look like anyone else really wants to talk to us. I guess we should try and show our strength a little bit before we expect our electors to trust us.
Sigma forbids this.
Now we do have a bit of a we do have a bit of trouble right here. If we move against Bogenhofen, we will lose troops, right? And Reinhardt will outnumber us. We also don't have any real basis or real setup in Bogenhofen to continue our recruiting. That being said, we can bring autocross on over. So let's do that.
In the name of Magnus.
And we'll make our move.
Attack!
Let's get into this battle, and it'll probably be the last one of this episode, just looking at the time that we've got left, but maybe not.
To arms, men!
On a dreary spring morning, the Emperor's troops lined up for a battle that was somewhat unexpected. Yet the Emperor found himself grateful because even though these men had betrayed everything that Reikland stood for, at least they had not betrayed their town. They had decided to spare it from the harshness of battle. And so, if any of these men could be spared, they would be. If. And a decisive victory, surprisingly few losses. I anticipated a few more, but then again I thought that we would have to go into the city. They decided to come out and fight us, so that's good. And of course, we're going to once again occupy. We now hold the city of Bogenhofen.
Bring me to my men. Summon the Elector Counts.
Let's give Karl Route Marcher. Not much fighting on his end. And we're going to give Deadly Blade to Ludwig. Now I'm looking forward to him being on his horse so that he can stop having the whatever animation set that is, where he's where he, it's like a wizard animation, and you know, while his banner is very cool, I don't love it. It doesn't make him feel very championy, if that's a word.
Yes, my lord. To the provinces.
Now let's see what else we can do. We're going to give Otto hard to hit.
Move! As is my right by Sigmar's crown. To strengthen the Empire.
Let's actually go ahead and give him those guys.
I will marshal the men. Ready.
That puts us at 16. And then we're going to send you... Actually, we're just going to keep you here, because I don't want you to be in their range and them go around the city to try and attack you. So we're going to keep you in range for right now, then we'll send you back to Tom. Or Tahme, or however you say it. If we're real lucky, they'll try and attack the city, and we can get them from there. But we'll see how that goes. This does, however, give us time to do a little bit more building. So let's do just that. And can we? Yes, we can. Make sure that I'm going with the correct one. Yeah, Reich Steel and Iron Foundry. Now, does this give us any extra or anything particularly different? No, but hey, it's got a cool name, so let's do it. All right, and that's going to be it for this turn. Let's try and get through one more, and then we'll probably call it from there. All right, and we have a, well, let's just read it. The wind is changing. With the Gold College temporarily handed the reins of Solent, that's not true anymore, the other colleges are vying for positions of prestige and power. Their hope is to secure greater influence over you and the imperial throne. But all of it is all it is causing is chaos. Political machinations in the court are troubling enough without introducing 7 colleges of wizards into the mix. To prevent the court undergoing further turmoil, you step in to choose which college will first serve at your side. So, I always like to go with the Bright College for this one.
Ready to burn them.
And I imagine he's going to appear at Altdorf, yeah. So, he's appeared at Altdorf, that's okay. Let's get you on back towards Altdorf, actually.
The Empire.
I'm actually curious if you can...
I'll ignore that.
If we could get Reinhardt to go after Bogenhofen. I hate to sacrifice the people of Bogenhofen. However... No, that's not something that Karl would do.
So,
he's not going to sacrifice the troops that are now stationing in Bogenhofen just for a quick just to lure Reinhardt into a trap. He would rather face him head on. So that's what we're gonna do.
Ready.
In the meantime, let's get Otto back to Tom.
Praise Sigma. By the comet! What does the Emperor bid? So.
And I do wish that we could reach the South Bank, but we cannot. So we're gonna have to hold up.
To the province.
Let's see if there's any building that we can get done. I think it would probably be too costly to try and recruit another general. So we'll go for the Imperial Engineer Guildhouse. And it does look like I have hit my time, so I'm going to have to call it here. Kind of a dull moment to leave the episode on, not the cliffhangers that I usually try and leave things on. But with that said, I do hope that you all are enjoying the old world so far. If you would like to check it out for yourself, I'm going to have a link to my mod collection for the old world down in the comment section. I always say the comment section, down in the description below. So I would love for you guys to check it out. Love for you to tell me what you think of it. And let me know what you think of this as a soft reboot to our Reikland Let's Play. Until then, to all my friends, wherever you are, good morning, good evening, and good night. I'll catch you in the next one.